is Amanpreet Kaur. Today I am going to upload a very important lecture, that is the structure of bone. This is an important topic in anatomy and physiology for nursing students, and I am sure you all would understand about the structure of bone. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So firstly, we should know that what is bone and what the role of bone in our body. So basically bone is a type of connective tissue which play enormous role in our body. Firstly, it provides support to us, it provides framework to our body, it provides protection, it is helpful in the production of RBC, and also it acts as a reservoir of various minerals such as calcium and phosphorus. So basically our bone provide protection to us. For example, we have very delicate organs such as brain, which is protected in the cranial cavity, and we have lungs also, which is protected in the thoracic cavity. So there are a number of organs which are protected by various type of cavity in our body. So the important another function is bone act as a reservoir of various type of minerals such as calcium and phosphorus. Bone stored calcium and phosphorus in itself, and when our body need, it will release into in the blood. So next important function is erythropoiesis. This means the formation of RBC. Our long bone has epiphysis part, and this epiphysis part contains spongy bone which has red bone marrow, and this red bone marrow is responsible for the formation of RBC. And one another important function is bone will produce movement in our body, as when one bone attached with another bone, and on the bone there is a different type of muscles which will push the bone and it will produce movement. So these are all important function of bone which is played by the bone in our body. So next we should know that how many types of bone are present in our body. For example, we have long bones such as femur, humerus, tibia, fibula. These are all long bone. And we also have short bone which are present in the ear like stapes, incus, malleus, and many other bone are present in our body, which are smalls. And we have irregular bones such as vertebrae. We have flat bone which are sternum, which is also known as breastbone. So these are the classification of bone, and we have 206 total bone in human body. Next, we will start the part of brain. Here we have long bone. This is the structure of long bone. Firstly, we will divide the bone into three parts. These are the main parts. This is diaphysis, epiphysis, and metaphysis. So one by one we will study about these parts. So the long portion which are present inside the bone, which are present in the center of the bone, is known as a diaphysis. It is usually longer, strongest portion of the bone, and again it has so many parts into and outside the diaphysis. Now we have epiphysis. On the upper side we have epiphysis, and on the lower side we have epiphysis. The upper side epiphysis is known as proximal epiphysis, and the lower side epiphysis is known as distal epiphysis. So now there is a small portion which separate the epiphysis with the diaphysis, and these small portion is known as metaphysis. Here we have metaphysis, and at the end we also have metaphysis, just like epiphysis. So these are the main part of bone. And one thing which is very important to discuss is that bone is divided into two parts on the view of microscope. For example, we have long part which is made up of compact tissue, which is made up of hard tissue. That's why this diaphysis part is hard part and strongest part. On the other hand, the epiphysis part contain or it make up of soft tissue which is sponge-like tissue. So this part is a spongy-like part, or we can also say spongy bone. Diaphysis known as compact bone and epiphysis known as spongy bone. Now the parts. Okay, on the upper side of epiphysis there is a thin layer which is made up of cartilage are present on the both sides. So these cartilages are known as articular cartilage. Articular cartilage, the main function of articular cartilage is that one bone to another bone. See, here is femur bone. Sorry, here is tibia or fibula, and on the upper side there is a femur. It will the both bone attached with the help of articular cartilage also. Also there are some type of joints also are present, but articular cartilage also helps in the articulations. Articulation means the point of attachment. Okay. Now where metaphysis is present, there is also a thin layer is present, and this thin layer is known as epiphyseal plate. Okay. Here is also epiphyseal plate present, and here is also epiphyseal plate as present. And every structure, every organ has outer covering. So, like those organs, bone also has outer covering. And the outer layer, the outer covering of bone is known as periosteum, which is made up of fibrous tissue, smooth muscles. So, this is the periosteum, means outer layer of the bone. And this periosteum is present only on the diaphysis part. When it goes upward, it will replace into articular cartilage. It means on the epiphysis there will not be any presence of periosteum. There is only articular cartilage. Okay, the inside layer is known as endosteum. This is the inner layer, and this is the outer layer. And when you will cut a bone, you will notice that inside the bone there is a cavity, hollow space, which is known as medullary cavity. And in the medullary cavity there is a yellow bone marrow, which provides us energy, and there is also mutant artery, which supply the blood to the bone for the growth of bone, for the formation of bone, for the ossification process. And through the blood, bone will receive important minerals such as calcium and phosphorus. So these are the part of bone. I'm sure you all would understand about the structure of bone. If you have any doubt, you can write me in comment section. I will try my best to deliver you best knowledge